Bangladesh is heading into a potentially transformative political movement. Today, voters will not only elect a new parliament, they will also decide the future shape of their constitution. In a first-of-its-kind move in recent years, a national referendum will be held alongside the general elections, seeking public approval for sweeping constitutional reforms that aim to curb executive power, restore institutional balance, and redefine the country's democratic framework. What exactly is at stake, and how could it reshape Bangladesh's political future? Here's our special report. Have a look.
Bangladesh is set for a historical political moment this February. Alongside the parliamentary elections on February 12, 2026, voters will also take part in a national referendum, one that could fundamentally reshape the country's constitution. So what is this referendum about? Voters will be asked to approve a sweeping reform package known as the July National Charter Constitutional Reform Implementation Order 2025. The Charter proposes a set of structural changes aimed at curbing the executive power, strengthening democratic institutions, and addressing long-standing demands raised during the 2024 student-led uprising. At the heart of the reforms is the return to the caretaker government system scrapped in 2011 to ensure the neutral and credible elections. The Charter also proposes a major overhaul of the parliament. Bangladesh would move from its current unicameral system to a bicameral legislature with a 300-seat lower house and a new 100-member upper house tasked with legislative scrutiny and review. Another key proposal is to limit the Prime Minister's tenure. For the first time, the Constitution would cap the executive power 2 terms or 10 years, addressing the concerns over prolonged concentration of the authority. The reforms also seek to redefine the national identity. Instead of defining the citizens as Bengalis, an ethnic term, the Charter proposes a civic identity, Bangladeshi, aimed at greater inclusion of minorities. Lawmakers' freedom inside Parliament is also set for a change. The controversial Article 70, which currently disqualifies MPs for voting against their parties, would be relaxed, allowing dissent except on money bills and no confidence motions. Judicial independence forms another pillar of the referendum. The Charter proposes an independent judicial appointments commission led by the Chief Justice, replacing the executive control over the Supreme Court appointments. The stated purpose of the referendum is to prevent over-centralization of power, to safeguard judicial independence, to ensure fair elections, and to formally recognize the rights of citizens and the so-called July fighters, those who played a role in the 2024 student coup. It is a test of whether the country is ready to reset its democratic framework by placing limits on power, strengthening institutions, and redefining the social contract between the state and its people. Whether voters endorse that vision will be decided by the ballot box this February.